Hey, friend, can you hear us? Uh-oh. Now I can't hear you. Hold on, Kim.
Testing, testing.
There we go. There we go.
All
All right.
right.
Yeah, good. No echo or anything. This is awesome. All right, Kim.
Nope.
So let's talk about this. So we have Cheesecake Factory, right? I mean, amongst other things. So we have a young woman, which I will try to bring in the video shortly here. Hopefully that pans out. But so we have a young lady who goes on a date. They're new to one another, right? So we're talking about first date, right? So I don't know. There's no indication in this video how long they've been having phone conversation, text messages. So I don't know the background on that part. But the cadence is that this is the first date. So with that said, they go on this date. We find out as they're pulling up the Cheesecake Factory that he made reservations at Aria, which they missed because she was late getting ready, right? So per this video, reservations were at 5 p.m. She wasn't ready to come down to the car until 5 p.m. So they're late. They missed their reservation, right? So in the video, like I said, I'll share this. If you haven't had a chance to see it, she's upset because he took her to Cheesecake Factory. Apparently she feels like she's overdressed, or she looks too nice, or that's beneath her, etc. Right? And so she's giving him a hard time about Cheesecake Factory. So before I dive into my thoughts and what my impressions were on this video, Kim, what are your thoughts?
Baby. Okay. So, I'm raw and uncut, right?
There you go. That's
but
right.
When I watched the video, first off, he was not courting her. They were dating. Because if they were courting, he would have known the type of chick she was and what she was on.
I agree.
When I was in high school, my uncle, bless his heart, always told me, let a guy date you and let a guy court you. Growing up, I didn't know what that meant.
Right.
As I got older, courting means y'all are exclusive and he has plans to marry you.
That's my understanding as well. Yep.
Dating means I'm dating you, but I may be dating Lisa. I may be dating Tamika.
Yep.
And like you said, he said that he picked her, he scheduled it at 4.
Yep.
He had the reservations for an hour later because he wanted to drive in the car and talk.
Okay.
He said that.
Yep.
So
no, he said get there early so we have time. Yep.
To talk. You're on your phone live in the car.
Yep.
First off, you were an hour late, and from what I gathered, you didn't apologize. Yeah. You didn't say, "Oh my gosh." You didn't text and say, "Oh, I'm running late. My job." She said that at the end after he brought it to her attention.
Yes, he had to bring it up, right?
He had to bring it up, which means you didn't mention it when you got in the car.
Right.
Okay. And this is my thing, ladies. I love us. I got our back 100%. But when we fellas, close your ears for a minute. We about to have a female conversation real quick. Fellas, close your ears.
Heart. Yes.
Heart to heart. Because if I don't love you, I'm not going to say nothing. Right? You can't expect Aria treatment when you have Cheesecake Factory energy.
Okay.
You was giving this man Cheesecake Factory energy,
or
hot
Applebee's
energy.
I don't know what that was, but it definitely was.
I don't know what that was. I don't have a problem with cheesecake.
Neither do I. So no knocking Cheesecake Factory. That's not what this is about.
Ooh, love Cheesecake.
Yeah.
Factory. I get the Louisiana Cajun Alfredo every time. Yes, love it. But that was my take on it. She was giving very low-hanging fruit vibration. Mm-hmm. That she was above what he was giving her. You don't know. And this is why I know they weren't courting Tanika. This is how I know. Yeah. Because he said, I don't have a problem paying for it. That wasn't the case.
Right.
The case was you were acting away. And I don't deal with them type of women. So I'm going to drop you off back at home.
Real quick, now right? Sorry? Did he come to that conclusion? Yeah. I agree.
And I told Christian, my 13-year-old son, I made him watch it. I said, watch this. Uh-huh. And I said, kings don't argue. He never raised his voice. He never went into that type of mode. You don't have to.
Right.
We not on the same energy. We not on the same page. I'm going to drop you off, and I hope you have a great life.
Which I feel like he was well within his rights to do, right? So I did not read, a ton of the comments or anything like that, but I do find that, unfortunately, and I'm big on communication, so I feel like there wasn't, like I said, I don't have the background story, right? But I feel like there wasn't a ton of communication before this date. No. So I'm feeling like, it was more of a, I think in another interview, which I don't have the video for, but I watched where they sat on some gentleman's platform, right? And they talked about what transpired in the video. So it sounds to me as if he saw her out somewhere, right? He approached her. That's how they exchanged numbers, etc. But I'm not feeling like you said, Kim, there was a lot of time spent getting to know one another because, again, I do feel like she would have shown him her true colors. The mask would have come off, right? So he would have then been able to make that decision that, hey, listen, we're not on the same page. He definitely sounds like he's looking for something long term. He's not looking to be a forever boyfriend or what have you. And, not clear on what she was looking for. She wanted to be courted.
And maybe she doesn't know the definition between. True. She doesn't know the difference between the two.
That's true.
Because she mentioned courting, and I'm like, baby, y'all not courting because he don't know what you like.
Exactly. How is that even possible when you guys don't know enough to know dating, like going on a date? To me, that's simple. And
exactly.
Yes. Yep. But let me see if I can, for those that haven't seen it, let me try to bring in some of that video. I won't play the whole thing. It's roughly 7 minutes long, I believe, the original. So give me a second here. I'm going to bring that up so we can watch a little bit of that.
Okay. And while she's bringing that up, let me commend this gentleman that was on the video because he handled it very respectfully, and showed her, what he didn't like. I didn't like that you had waiting in the car for over an hour and you didn't tell me that you were stuck at work.
Right.
I didn't like that. We didn't know each other. You felt we didn't know each other very well for me to come up to your apartment, which also lets me know y'all wasn't courting.
Right. There you go.
So.
True.
I don't think there was a lot of conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I just think there wasn't, time given to have that conversation, and I mean, whatever it is, that's whatever. This is why I feel like it ended the way it did, but here we go. Let me try to run some of this video.
Early, and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there.
Actually, hold on. Let me back it up.
Okay.
Because that's a little ways in. We want to see it from the beginning. Okay, here we go.
Okay, almost there. Just need to find some parking.
what was funny to me is she has the audacity to, you know, like, you not, this is this man's car and you just really,
you locked him out of his own car.
yeah.
You could have. That's theft. Okay.
Like, what's going on here? You know, like, I'm not getting that. Like, what's really going on? You know, but she legit, I mean, like, I feel like we're in a world where we feel like everything has to be recorded. And it's like, why is that? Right? And, you know, like there's another video of a young lady who I don't believe goes on camera. And again, this is just me, you know, just seeing these videos, just the ones that go viral, where she orders 48 oysters and slurps them all up, right? So I'm not really getting why everything has to be recorded. It's like, shouldn't you be, I mean, in that situation, I think is a little different because it was already, it was low energy from the beginning. Sounds like she was barely texting this gentleman. She wasn't interested. She was hungry that day, so she decided to go on a date, right? Which is crazy to me, but you know, whatever. No judgment, right? But you proceed to slurp, and yes, I'm saying slurp. You have to see and hear the video, and you're smacking your lips the entire time. You proceed to slurp and smack on 48 oysters. Okay, let's start there. So you do that, and then you proceed to order something else, and then get upset when he ghosts you and leaves you with the bill. And from what I can tell from that video, this gentleman ordered a drink that he didn't drink. So he didn't even stay to drink his drink. But again, that's another video. But to me, it's the similar energy of the expectations and what dating is like today. So back to Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
But before we go back to the Cheesecake Factory, the video that you're talking about, he asked her out for drinks.
Oh, okay. See?
He didn't say, let me take you out for dinner. He didn't. And again, ladies, like I say, this is my uncle teaching me this. This is not another woman. This is a grown man that taught me never to go on a date and you don't have enough money to pay your part.
There you go. Okay. There you go.
Because just like he got up and ghosted you, paid for his drink and left.
Right.
If you're not feeling the energy in the room, you have enough money to go to the waiter and say, I'm paying for my part. You go get now you can get an Uber, taxi, whatever.
Right. Yep.
And leave. You know, say,
because
before you leave, just say, I don't feel the vibe.
There you know, go. Just in case.
And he's well entitled to do that himself, fellas. And I'm going to say this to the women. Again, I love us.
Yes.
And that's why I'm saying it. You have to take yourself. How do I want to say this, Tanika? Don't take yourself off of the pedestal because you know who you are.
Right.
But know who you are.
Yes.
If you're putting yourself on a higher pedestal than you know that you are, then don't expect anyone to teach you or treat you higher than what you know you are. You knew you couldn't afford them 48 oysters when you ordered them.
Or it didn't want to. Maybe you spent your bill money.
Or didn't want to.
You know what I mean? Right. Like, because your expectation coming in. Because like I said, with that young lady, it was more of a, I think she even said he's been texting me and talking to himself. Which, you know, that alone is disrespectful, right? So you really don't have any intentions for this young man to date him. You know, you just wanted some oysters. Apparently 48 of them that day. You know, like, that was the vibe for her. And again, the entire time you're recording and never, like, at what point did you even notice that he was gone?
Yeah.
You know, so it's just that's crazy to me. But
and I also told my 13-year-old son is pay attention to
body
people,
language
even
and
just females, that
yeah,
can't be in the moment.
yes,
You have people who just have to pick up their phone.
at all
And even pay
times.
to yourself. If you feel you have to pick up the phone and you can't be in the moment,
Yep.
you need to do some self evaluation.
Yeah, it's again, Kim. I'm well aware that social media platforms play
Hmm.
a huge, part in society
Huge.
right now, right? But again, when you're with someone and you're dating and you're trying to get to know them, being on your phone the entire time, it's one thing to be like, oh, hold on real quick, let me text, and you're apologizing and whatever else. Maybe you have
Mm-hmm.
to check on the kids or make sure everybody's good, or that's cool. That's
Mm-hmm.
acceptable. But to record everything, I'll even get past taking a picture of your meal. Maybe you want to put it on your socials. I can get past that. But the whole time you're going live, or like she
Mm-hmm.
said, Cheesecake Factory. She said, "Oh, I'm just talking to my girls," and she's live, and he doesn't even know what's going on.
And he was so respectful, Tanika, that he
Very
acknowledged
respectful.
his friends, her friends, and
Yeah,
was
he
like,
tell
"Tell
them I
them I
said
said
hello.
hi."
Exactly. Exactly. I said that too. That's just, I don't know. And like I
She,
said,
she
and here's the thing. I feel like once she realized the negativity she brought into the situation,
mhm.
right? Then she
Once
was
he read her
apologetic.
rights.
Yes. Then she wanted to be
Mm-hmm.
apologetic, right? But real quick, I'm going to bring that video back up, so we can
Mm-hmm.
catch the conversation and how things kind of went in a different direction than she expected, which I found hilarious because I was like, good for him, good for him.
Yeah.
So
Pick your
hold,
face up off your lap.
there you go, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you brought that on yourself. Let's
Because
be
you
honest.
that on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night? I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay, let me stop it
So
there.
she's still alive?
You said what?
She was still alive? Because she said, can y'all believe this?
Yes. Yep. So she basically is saying, you know, her compromise is that they find another Aria type restaurant to go to. And he's like, well, no, because those were my original plans and we missed the reservation. I mean, they had, I don't know, you know, again, proximity of where she lived from the place or whatever. He probably planned all that out. Oh, it'll take us 30 minutes to get there. We'll have roughly 30 minutes to chat. You know, he probably planned everything to the T. And this is what he got, right? Because she could not, in my mind, this is my personal opinion, take the time to communicate to this man that she's running late.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I feel like that could have saved a lot of this had she explained to him, you know, hey, I know you said 4 o'clock, because he said in the video, yesterday and this morning, 4 o'clock, I would come and pick you up, right?
Yes, it did.
So if you're late, and I get it, you know, work runs over, you get caught into something, you know, who knows? But at
Tanika,
that point,
you are a stickler for time, though.
I know, Kim.
Are a stickler for time. Like, I understand it because I'm not a stickler for time. I'm honest. Listen, I've been late on several occasions, but you are a stickler for time.
And communication, though. That's my point. So if you are running late, just say that.
Communicate
she
it.
didn't do that, right? So yeah, so especially when you're planning, it's like he took the time and clearly, as we agreed, this is all new. He wanted to do Aria, which I thought was impressive, but you bombed it. You know,
he compromised. At the end, she mentioned, "Oh, we can't compromise." He's compromised.
The compromise was Cheesecake Factory. You know, because he could have been like, you know, when she came down at 5, an hour late, and she made him sit in the car, which I respect that. But now it's like, okay, well, I made reservations for us. I don't think there was a need for him to tell her that until she complained about Cheesecake Factory, right? Because I can't take you where I originally wanted to, so let me take you to Cheesecake Factory. It's not like he took her to Burger King or, you know, something like that. And, you know, like, I feel like that would have been like, oh my God, I can't believe, you know, then I would have been like, you know, it would have been a different video, but Cheesecake Factory is nice. I mean, they have a nice menu. I don't know. And how she's saying she was dressed, it's like, okay, so.
Oh, that's what I want to bring up because my 13-year-old said, Christian said, and I love this about it. He said, Mom, what she got on?
Exactly.
She's showing her boobs.
They are all the way out. Okay. Yes.
Appreciate
all the way.
That,
so, see, I didn't want to go there, but
a 13-year-old took it there.
I mean, as he should, because it's like, okay, what if he then turn around? I think his name's Jay. What if he then turn around and be like, you know, I don't know if that's appropriate. Can you go change? Oh, she would have been hot mad.
Oh, she would have been livid.
You know, so, but again, maybe things have changed. I respectfully, if that's what it is, because like I said, we have this video that went viral. I mean, totally went viral. And then you have the oyster slurper. And then I like the video you shared with me about the young lady who said, you know, I don't want to go to a restaurant on my first date. But ladies, again, as Kim mentioned, you know, I feel like we have to do better in, for one, taking the time. Because a lot of people rush into stuff, right? You don't even know this person. Because me, personally, as nice as that Jay in Cheesecake Factory video is, there's no way he would have been picking me up from my house. That's not what I'm doing in the beginning. Let me know where to meet you, because I don't, like she said, I don't know you well enough. So
I don't know you
if
well
I'm not
enough.
comfortable bringing you up, I'm not comfortable sharing my address, and that's just
There you
me.
go.
Now, after a few dates, we get to know each other better. Maybe then I'll be like, okay, come scoop me, right? Or pick me up. I'll be ready. I don't know. But that's,
I
again,
totally agree.
yeah. But like I said, to each his own. But it's just, I just hate how, you know, a lot of these dates and stuff. Because of course, the ones that go smooth and all that, they don't go viral, right? It's always the disasters, and I just hate that reputation that they're building for ladies who really are looking for a J, or wanting to date and spend that time, and I just get a free meal, because I know a lot of guys crack jokes on that, and again, no judgment. Maybe you don't want to pay for the 48 oysters, and you feel like, I don't know, but you're gonna have to get some more energy than what she was given. But anyway, go ahead, Kim.
But my thing is with the oyster girl, he asked you, let me take you out for drinks. Now, I don't know your pockets. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know your pockets, but I had a conversation with you, and my question was, let's go out for drinks.
Right.
Now, as a single woman, if I accepted that offer, I would have said, is it okay to order food? That's what you do properly as a woman on a date.
Or at least say, are you cool with an appetizer? Or, get a feel for...
Yeah.
Yeah, the cadence.
And then he would have said, yeah, order whatever you want. Order whatever you like.
Let him decide. Right.
Because I'm a firm believer, when I'm dating, I'm not paying for it. You ask me, because we're going to go back to that conversation.
No, I know.
I'm one of those. You ask me for on a date. I don't ask you for a date. Now, if we're courting, I will take you out on dates several times. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But when we're dating, I don't ask you for on a date. So that means that you're paying for that date.
That is the expectation, Kim.
Right. Yes. But I also know dating etiquette. So if a man says, let me take you out for drinks, that means drinks. Let me get something
at the bar,
to eat.
Or
we're going to sit at the bar. Let me get something to eat. Or he took me to a pub. I don't really like
that's what
I'm
saying.
Food.
A little appetizer or something. Epic fail.
We can't do that, ladies. You got to know, as much as you want the man to know dating etiquette, you have to know it too.
I agree. And it's there's so many layers, I'll say. Because again, in these conversations, it's like, I don't know, my personal opinion is that you take the time to get to know these people. It's like, you don't know if you got crazy on your hands. You don't know, maybe this is what he does. He eats and he dips. You don't know. And again, this young lady is the oysters. We'll call them oysters in Cheesecake Factory. But you don't know what you're dealing with, because you wouldn't even take the time to talk to this guy. You just finally said, all right, I'll pull up. Right? So what do you really know about this person? You don't even know if he can really afford all this stuff you're ordering. And just because he didn't stop you, in his mind, he probably like, oh, okay, well, I guess I said drinks, so I got your drinks, but the rest of that tab is yours.
Yeah.
Right? You know how the waiter or waitress comes back and is like, okay, are we doing one check or two, or how do you want to split it?
But then that goes back to the communication you were speaking of. Because if we're dating and we're sitting at the table, and I know you asked me out for drinks, and we're meeting at a pub, one, I know how to dress because we're meeting at a pub. Two, pub is usually, if they do have food, it's like finger food. So it's like chicken tenders and barbecue wings or something like that. So I know I'm not that type of girl. So I'm going to go get me something to eat, or I'm gonna make sure I have some food in me, because we're going for drinks. And then if I do ask, are we just, are we ordering appetizers? And he said, well, I already ate. Then that's indication that no, you don't order nothing else.
Unless your intentions are to pay. I agree.
if your intentions are to
I
pay.
agree.
Exactly.
And like you said, it's it's one of those things where there's a lot that you factor in: location.
Mm-hmm.
Because for ladies, I know for sure with that lets us know how to dress. You know, like you said, the menu.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not, a strict bar or pub, or that's not really your thing, then yeah, or anything else. It may not be
Right.
like me. I know what I like to drink. So
Mm-hmm.
if he says drinks, I might be like, okay, well, if you don't mind, I know this one spot and they have my favorite whatever. And again, communication. Because you might take me somewhere where they don't have any top shelf, and I'm just looking around like, I don't belong here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, but
What are we
again,
doing here?
yeah, like, can we go somewhere else, please? But again, that's because you would know me.
Mm-hmm.
So if we haven't taken the time to get to know each other, you won't know that about me. You won't
You won't
know
know that.
that I'm feeling some kind of way or whatever. And just like Cheesecake Factory, like I still feel like she took it too far. But
It
had
did.
you taken the time to talk to Jay, I think Jay, he seems pretty sharp. He would have been able to pick up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Or again, because he already was willing to take you to Aria, he would have everything would have played out perfectly had she communicated. And that's what I'm saying. I can't stress that enough. I feel like a lot of times
Yes.
relationships, dates, all of that, if people just open their mouths, men and
And
women, I'm not
communicate.
saying one side or the other, it a lot of this could have been resolved or stopped. Because
Exactly.
maybe you would have never got picked up. Who knows? We never know. But I will say this, and I know we're kind of coming up on time. We started a little late, had some technical issues. But I feel like this, she, there was some regrets, right? And I feel like she thought all of that was going to go in her favor. Meaning, like,
Yes.
she was going to have a bunch of women on the bandwagon, like, girl, that's right. Like, why is he taking you to Cheesecake Factory and blah blah blah? And it's like,
Yeah,
no.
no.
I mean,
No.
some may, but most of us are like, wow. So you were late. You guys missed the reservation. You did not communicate. you know, and then you get in the car. He pulls up, and you acting like
On
a
your phone.
whole. Yeah, it's like, I don't understand that. I really, yeah, it's you instantly like, what triggered you to get on live while you're supposed to be going on a date? Again, the drive to wherever you were going, that time could have been
Yeah.
spent talking to him.
Yes.
Like, so what do
And
you
that's it.
like? Or, what if,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like me, for example, I have a food allergy. Like, you can't take me certain places. So I'd be like, oh, even if we pulled up, I'd be like, thank you, but I can't go in there. I can't eat that. Or, whatever. Is there somewhere else we can go in the area? Or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Different.
And most times your 5-star restaurants, Miss Cheesecake, you gotta have a reservation.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you're talking about is there any place else that we can go? No,
No.
there isn't.
You can't just pop in there. No. And if you can, there's a long ass wait. Okay? So you're waiting another, by this time he's starving, you're starving, he's, everybody hangry and want to go home anyway.
Right.
But again, I'm just floored by some of this stuff. And I really wanted to talk about it too because, like I said, I forget the gentleman's name that invited them onto his show to talk
Mm-hmm.
about it, but her demeanor was different, right? So now
So
you've had time to
low
think about it.
vibrational.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And mistakes were made, right? And
Oh
poor
yeah.
Jay, he's like, I really thought she was a nice lady. She's attractive. He even corrected him when he said her name wrong. So, I feel like he was
A gentleman.
trying to put his best foot forward. So,
Mm-hmm.
and now she's like, I ruined it or whatever, or maybe
Yeah.
she's moved on. But I just think, poor
As
guy.
fine as you are, you're sitting on your couch
Yes.
because
Yeah. And you can't tell me that, again, back to social media being such a presence, you cannot tell me that is not going to hurt her dating pool. Because God's going to be
Right.
like, oh man, what's your name again? Alicia? Wow, were you
Yeah.
on this video?
You
You
cheesecake
know?
girl.
Yeah, right? Right? So, yeah, I don't know. I just, I pray. And again, you know, the up and coming daters, like your son, it's like, this is what they have to deal with or will have to deal with. Like, is it going to get
Right.
worse? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. And she didn't seem like she was on the younger end. I tend to
No.
give, older teen and younger 20s, I usually give them passes because they don't know, they're learning. And it's a learning curve. And Lord knows it's different from when we grew up. Way different. So that was not the case here. Maybe with
But Tamika,
I know.
when we were in high school,
I know. We talked about it. Applebee's and all.
Applebee's, and then we decided which movie is it playing at Showcase Cinema East or
Yes.
West?
Yes. Yes.
And you knew that in high school.
Yes.
You know?
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know. I just know it's piss in the dating pool.
That's right. It's some other stuff.
It is. It's
No,
real
but-
bluebell.
Yeah.
But-
It's awfully dirty. It's dirty diapers, all kind of crap. But it's funny, Kim, because I was thinking that it's and again it's what you allow, right? Because and this is both men and women. So I don't want anybody thinking I'm just, dragging the women in this dating thing. It's just these are the videos we've been presented with, but it goes both ways. It's like whatever you allow to happen or transpire during the date or the process that leads up to the date is kind of, it's on you. You drive that bus, right?
Right.
And like I said, I might, I'll meet up for drinks or what have you, but again, I know where, like say in a certain area or somewhere where I know it's not for me, I'm going to say, oh yeah, no, but I'll meet you at XYZ. So I'm going to communicate that and then explain while we're sitting having drinks or waiting for our meal or whatever, why I don't want to go to ABC, but I'll go to XYZ, but again, it's one of those things where if you just go with the flow, you either go get ran all over, which could have been Jay, or you're getting as we talked about, a representative. So that's not even the real person you're dating, right? But like you said, that low energy, low vibration is real. That's a real thing. It's a real thing. And I love how when they talked later on that panel, so to speak, she talked about, that softness that she wants, that, what was the word she used? Provider, that kind of thing, when they were talking about what they're looking for. I was thinking like, girl, I mean, not saying nobody will, but if this is how you're representing yourself, this is what you're presenting and laying on the table, you're not going to get that. You're just not. And I'm not saying you're not going to get someone, but not what you're saying you want, because of the way you're presenting yourself. And that's key. And again, male or female.
Yeah. And I am a huge self-evaluation. How could I have done this differently?
Yes.
What can I take accountability for? Because EYL, Ian, all those guys we listen to, Wall Street, Aristotle, they always say it's always your fault. So you have to look at yourself like, what could I have done or said differently in this situation?
Yeah, but
you have to do that. Don't wait for him. Don't wait for him to tell you you did A, B, C, D.
Be self-aware.
And then, be self-aware and take accountability.
Yes. Now, I will say, me, I'm agreeing with that about 85%, because there are also those who think they can do no wrong.
Yes.
It's always your fault. And they won't take any accountability, right?
That's the narcissistic person.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
We
And
haven't
it's
spoken
like
about
it's
those
always
yet.
you and it's never me. Because I don't do
I'm
anything.
victim.
Yeah, I'm the victim, right?
Victim.
But yeah, I totally agree because again, that goes back to what you allow, right? So if you are like again with types and things like that, we've talked about that before. If you find yourself dating the same type, getting the same results, nothing's changing, it's a vicious cycle, you probably should do something different, right? Think
Yeah.
outside the box, try something different, it might surprise you,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
again, to me it's bigger than the dating, but I had to jump on this while it was a hot topic because it just cracks me up. Like, what are they thinking? I don't.
What are they thinking?
Some things aren't meant for me to understand, Kim. I mean,
And when you do your own self evaluation,
mm-hmm.
and you're like, I think I did everything that I was supposed to do.
Yep.
Then you could say, I don't deal with people like you.
There you go.
Like
There you
not
go.
that's yeah. I just don't. I'm gonna tell you. Because I think I told you, but I don't think I said it on either podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This guy asked me if he could take me out, and I'm like, sure, tell me, gym shoes or heels,
Mm-hmm.
which one am I gonna wear,
Right.
and
Just let
what
me
date
know.
and time?
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. That's what I need to know. I want to see you in some heels. I don't see you in heels often. Okay, cool. I said I'm available Friday or Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay. Availability. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because my cousin having a baby shower, and maybe we can go there. I don't know your people,
Huh?
and that ain't even a date. That's
I'm sorry. Even if you want to stop there before the date, why not wait and meet up with me after you make
me.
this?
That was the date though, Tanika. That was
Oh.
that. That's what he was going to take me to for the date.
Oh. Oh.
This piss in the water. Yeah.
Friend, I'm so sorry. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fellas.
You want me to get dressed up, put some heels on to go to your
you don't see
cousin's
me
baby
healed.
shop?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was the point? Well, fellas, look at me. Look at me. Don't you ever do no shit like that, okay? That's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, at minimum, take me out for drinks. And we've talked about this before, that low energy stuff. Like I said, maybe not your A game, maybe your B. Stop it. That's not okay. That's not okay. And I'm gonna say this real quick, and I don't want anybody to think I'm putting myself on a pedestal by any means. I went through a lot to get to where I am as far as knowing what I want and how to get it. You just cannot allow just anything, right?
Yeah.
Because when you do that, let me tell you something about me personally. When I was out here, dating and single and out here in these streets, I would pay attention to who you dated.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I'm looking at them, and I know me, and I know my worth. I always have. We don't match. We don't match. So it's like, and maybe I would go on a date. Don't get me wrong, because I like to hang out. That's cool. Especially back then, it's like, yeah, I'm free. Like Kim said, I'm free after work on Friday. Let's meet up.
Yeah.
But you talking about long term and anything serious? No, man. No. We in two different phases in our lives. No, thank you. I appreciate you, but no.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a difference when you're pursuing. I use that word. A grown ass woman and girls.
Mhm. Yes.
There's a definite line in the sand.
Yeah.
So that's just my tip for this evening is to know the difference.
Know the
And that
difference.
comes with getting to know the person, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of my friends had a post on I think it was Facebook that said a woman said to him that she could tell a lot about what a man posts on social media. It's
Oh,
that same energy.
yeah.
Who
Yeah.
you date,
Yeah.
what you allow in your life, what you're talking about, your conversation is trash, all of that. And I'm not saying everyone is paying attention to this stuff, but we are.
Yeah.
We're paying attention, and it's like, if I feel like, I don't like to waste anybody's time, especially
Facts.
mine. So if I feel like your conversation is going to be trash, or, it's no means to an end, I guess, but it's
Right.
I don't like wasting time. Like Kim said, I'm pretty. It's all about my time.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get that
Because I
time
don't get it
back.
back.
You can't buy it back. You can't rewind it. You can't do any of that. Once that time is spent and wasted, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't do that. Um, but yeah, it's wild out here, man. It's the wild wild west. It's piss in the water in water. So y'all got to be careful out here with these dates, these setups, and again, I'm not mad at any of these gentlemen. I kudos to them, especially the
Yes.
guy that ghosted the girl. I don't give a damn. I listen. I'm going to the
Don't give a
restroom.
damn.
He went out the back door. I ain't mad at that. Because that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's just crazy. And why would you do that on a date anyway? And I'm going to let y'all go. But why would you sit up and slurp 48 freaking oysters on a date? Girl, you better eat a sandwich or something before you go out, and then maybe get one of them, one platter. That's just
Yeah. Because even if he the dude and he offered to pay after the third dozen, I'm like,
Kim. After the first one, that's a
and
lot.
you didn't share none with me. I didn't get what?
That's like eating the entire appetizer, even though it's meant to be shared on a date, right? You just gobbled it all up, and then you went for more. She ordered some other stuff, girl. She ordered.
Yeah.
I saw some
Yeah.
potatoes and crab
Mm-hmm.
cakes or
Yeah.
something.
Yes, she had some loaded potatoes or something on
Yeah,
that
like,
table.
when is the last time you ate, sis? I mean, like, you wait until you go on dates to eat? I don't understand.
And we don't associate with females that does stuff like this.
No.
So I'm honestly thinking when I talk to dudes, when I talk to guys, and they say, "Oh yeah," sometimes they just want a meal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know females like that.
Oh, no. I'm not
So I'm
saying this is
thinking you got to
anything
be
new.
joking.
No, Kim. No. I'm telling you, it's not anything new, but I guess because it's out here and it's just so visible,
Mm-hmm.
it's just disturbing. Like, and again, I'm not even mad if, maybe not being mad is the wrong term, but if you would have had a normal meal,
Mm-hmm.
I think that gentleman, if you engaged in conversation,
Mm-hmm.
I think he wouldn't have been mad at that. But you just went balls out and just became a pig.
I mean, she was going in on them oysters. What they do to you?
I'm talking about she slurped and smacked the entire
Yeah.
video. That's why I said I don't even know if she noticed how long he had been gone.
I don't think she did either.
Yeah, because you were too busy recording and eating.
Yeah.
One hand recording, the other one slurping. Like, I don't understand. So fellas, don't. I mean, like I said, this live is not meant to take shots at either or. You just have to be careful and do your due diligence at the end of the day. But again, Kim, I appreciate you jumping on with me, and like I said, we just got to do better, and better in the sense of communicating and taking the time to get to know people. Don't be in such a rush, to go on dates and You know, do a little background check or something. Everybody got social.
Yeah.
Check them out. You know, look them up.
Check them out.
You got phone numbers. You know, and
See if
again,
y'all got some
fellas.
mutual friends.
My gosh, I mean, and fellas, I will say this: if you have, again, back to the oysters, because that's the one that's most disturbing to me. If you have a young lady who is borderline ghosting you, then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, let's meet up at the, you know, the so and so, they have good such and such. And like you said, Kim, he said drinks. So when she started ordering all this food, and you're looking like, clearly she's not right. She's not paying attention to your body language or anything. And I feel like not gauging in any conversation, because my man's didn't even drink his wine.
He didn't.
I mean, yeah.
And I pray she had enough money to pay for them 4 dozen oysters.
I mean, it looks like she did. She left a tip. You know, she tipped them, and like I mean, I'm not trying to judge, but I'm sure sis was not ready to pay no $200 on some stuff, because I think her tab was like $200. Yes.
Because I didn't watch all the videos. She was just too.
Yeah.
Too much and not enough all at the same time. So.
Yeah. See, I watched it through some other guy's summary of it, and it was hilarious. Okay. And I was just like, oh my. Oh wow. She's still eating?
She's still slurping.
Still slurping. Yeah. But it's just rough. And I, you know, just hopeful that people will take more time, you know, to get to know these people before going on dates and such. But again, you know, sometimes guys, y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do too, and be like, you know what, I said drinks, you had 2.5 meals, and here's a 20 for your margarita, or for your troubles, you know,
right?
And just go,
because that's what I asked you out for.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, you know, $20-$30, because that's probably what he expected to spend. And you just went crazy. You went hog wild, and that's just
because
crazy.
Again, I don't know your pockets. I don't know your pockets. So, and I hopefully at our age, I'm 44. Hopefully you got a little bit more for drinks, but maybe you just wanted to get to know me.
Exactly.
And that's okay not to go to a 5-star restaurant to get to know me.
Exactly.
Like the one girl in the other video I sent you, when she was like, I don't even want to go out to eat. Like, that's so 1997.
She said, let's go bowling or something else.
Talk to me on the phone and know what I like. That's
what I'm saying, Kim. Like, communication.
Exactly.
It's so easy. It's extremely easy to communicate these days.
It's so easy.
Text messages, IMs, you know, it's just, there's no excuse.
Right.
No excuses. And like you said, I don't know your pocket, so how dare I order up $200 worth of stuff?
How dare I? That's so rude.
That's wild. That's wild. But yeah, I appreciate your time, Kim. We have to do this again.
Absolutely.
I'm sure something else will go, you know, crazy and viral between now and next week.
Exactly.
Because people are just out here doing the most. But yeah, you know, thanks everybody for watching. If you're not watching now, watch later. I'll post on Facebook. Shoot a link. I think I already put the link out there, but I'll make sure I recycle that. But yeah, just subscribe and check out my girl Kim. We both got our podcast up and running. And, you know, we alternating times, but most of the time we're on the same page, same topic. So check us out. All right, Kim. Have a good night. Right. Yep, I appreciate you.
All right. Everybody. Love y'all.
Yep.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Yes, please.